Hey y'all, my name is Beth Whitfield. I come from a little farm in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina. In 2003, I opened my first salon in San Diego. This is it now, by the way. This is Hair, Body, and Soul. I did mention that I'm in San Diego, which is why I'm standing here in a dark closed salon, because we're still shut down. We have now crossed the threshold that we've been closed more days than we've been open. And I feel like my mission in introducing myself at this point is to be some kind of spokesperson for life in the trenches as a salon owner, because after having walkouts, audits, all the employer craziness and headaches of living that salon life and working behind the chair full time, I never thought a virus would be what would put me under. Yet here we are. I went from 3 salons to Uno, which is closed. I also owned a salon in Alaska up until this month, so that's been a little difficult to say goodbye to, and you haven't heard from me much because I'm one of those people, I don't like to spread a lot of like negativity, and I'm usually Little Miss Sunshine, and all of a sudden I had to re-identify myself, right? I mean, I've had a good long sit down and time out for months to rethink who I am and what my business means and what our brand is and who we want to stand beside. And yeah, it's been a little raw. It's been a little harder to dig deep and find those little sunshine statements for everybody lately. So I just wanted to say that I'm missing my Palm Mitchell family, and I support you guys, and I'm watching you, and I'm cheering you on. And I kind of felt guilty because I was in such a bad place that I didn't have a lot to give back to say thank you for that. But anyway, let's change the subject real quick. I just wanted to tell you a story about, I guess, how I got started and why, because those are the things that I'm reflecting on right now. If Wynn were here, he would probably tell me that I was successful by accident. It all just kind of happened because I was determined. You know, I knew that I was going to be successful if I led by example and led with education. I come from a family full of teachers and farmers. So super humble, but you know, you have that connection with people, and I really thrive. I really get off on that excitement and those lights that go off with new hairdressers and the hairstylists that I have had the opportunity to mentor over the last 15 years being an educator. I started that in 2005. Well, I didn't plan to be a focus salon, and it wasn't even called a focus salon back then. It was like Platinum Salon, and it just meant that you're exclusively Palm Mitchell, and that was a big commitment to make. Not just myself, but for the stylists that I represent, for the clients that are coming in and asking for professional recommendation. So when I thought about what was most important to me and how I wanted to be represented, think about this. Think about how Palm Mitchell hairstylists stand out at a hair show. You can always spot the Palm Mitchell hairstylists, right? They're always like super professional and, you know, head to toe black, and it's sexy. So I wanted that. I wanted that for my image in the salon because I didn't have years of experience to stand behind. I didn't have a name that people would recognize. So I wanted that to come from the way that we look, the way that we spoke, the way that we treat people. That commitment meant, as far as my relationship that evolved with Palm Mitchell and in the educator world as well, is that same culture, a culture that comes from love. Joyce Campbell and Deborah and Michelle Shaw always been my like biggest cheerleader. She was on speed dial for me, and Michelle would just really give me that good like kick in the rainbow pants, you know what I mean? I guess what I'm really trying to say is thank you to JP, thank you to Angus for believing in us and fighting for our industry. No other company stepped up and offered us, you know, that leg up, that hand with, you know, here's a stimulus package for your industry. Here is some free products so that you don't max out your credit card trying to reopen after however many weeks that it was for you. To have all of these different facets that make us unique and strong. Thank you.